As the days went by, Nala found herself visiting Mrs. Akua's mansion more and more often. Mrs. Akua would welcome her with open arms, feeding her delicious meals and showering her with love and attention. Nala felt like she had finally found a home, a place where she was loved and cared for. She would spend hours talking to Mrs. Akua, sharing her dreams and aspirations with her. Mrs. Akua, in turn, would listen attentively, offering words of wisdom and encouragement. She became a mentor to Nala, guiding her and helping her to see the world in a different light. As the months passed, Nala's life began to change in ways she never thought possible. She started to attend a good school, courtesy of Mrs. Akua, who paid for her tuition and provided her with all the necessary school supplies. Nala's stepmother, Zuri, was not pleased with the attention Nala was receiving from Mrs. Akua. She grew jealous and resentful, but Nala didn't let her negativity bring her down. Instead, she focused on her studies and her relationship with Mrs. Akua. She knew that she had found a true friend and benefactor in the old woman, and she was determined to make the most of the opportunity. But little did Nala know, her life was about to take another dramatic turn. One day, Mrs. Akua fell ill, and Nala was devastated. She spent every waking moment by Mrs. Akua's side, nursing her and caring for her. Despite the best efforts of the doctors, Mrs. Akua's condition deteriorated, and she passed away, surrounded by Nala and her lawyers. Nala was heartbroken, but she was also grateful for the time she had spent with Mrs. Akua. She knew that the old woman had changed her life forever, and she was determined to make her proud. As the lawyers began to read Mrs. Akua's will, Nala's eyes widened in shock. Mrs. Akua had left all her properties, including her grand mansion, to Nala. The old woman had no offspring to will her properties to, as her 2 children had died in a plane crash. But she had found a new daughter in Nala, and she had decided to leave her entire estate to the young girl. Nala was overwhelmed with emotion as she realized that she was now a wealthy young woman. She knew that her life would never be the same again, and she was grateful to Mrs. Akua for giving her a second chance. As she walked out of the lawyer's office, Nala felt a sense of pride and purpose. She knew that she had a bright future ahead of her, and she was determined to make the most of it.